Hey guys, Dr. Stephanie here, and today I'm going to go through some exercises that can help you improve your balance. Balance is important, especially as we get older, because it tends to decline. As we get older, we don't work on our balance as much, muscles get weaker, especially if we're not working on them, and so that can lead to falling and other injuries. And so it's important to keep working on your balance no matter what your age, no matter what your activity level is. Keep working on your balance so that when you get older, you won't fall as frequently, you won't have as many injuries, and you'll be able to keep moving around like you want to. So, we're going to do some exercises that you can easily do at home, and I'm going to show you some different ways to do them. Obviously, if you're starting off and your balance is not that great, then you don't want to go straight to just standing on one leg, holding some weights. That's going to be pretty challenging. So what you can start with is some simple exercises, and you can hold on to something while you do them. So I'll give you some modifications as we go through these exercises. But the first one we're going to do is with a step. And now I have this exercise step here, and you can definitely use one of these, but you can also use just your stairs in your house to make this easy. You can also, if your balance is not that good and you're not ready to go to a bigger step like this, you can start with just like a small book. So a small book to start with, and you gradually want to increase the height to make it more difficult. So you're working on strengthening your hips and your legs, and you're working on your balance. So the first exercise is to just step up on the step. Just step up and back down. And it may seem pretty simple, but if your balance is not that good or you're not working on your strength, then this is harder than it looks. So if your balance is not great and you're not ready to just do this freestanding, then you can hold on to the wall. If you're doing this on your stairs, you can hold on to the railing, but you just want to step up and back down. And the goal is eventually to not hold on, because then you're really working on your balance. So just step up and back down, step up and back down. You want to do about 20 to 30 reps. Make sure you're alternating feet. And then once you get really good, you can actually step up onto a higher step. So maybe like a plyometric box or a higher chair, because then you're really working on strength to step up onto that chair or that box. Okay, so the second exercise is also on the step. This is a lateral step up, and this is great for hip strength as well as balance. So this one, you just step to the side and then step back down. Step to the side and step back down. And you can do this on your stairs. If you need to hold on, but you want to progress to eventually not holding on, then you're really working on your balance. And again, once you're good at this, you can step up onto a higher chair or a higher step, really working on that lateral hip strength. Again, 20 to 30 of those. You do want to switch sides, so do 20 or 30 on one side. I'm going to turn my back to you, and then 20 to 30 facing the other direction. When you're stepping up, you want to make sure your feet are pointed straight ahead. You don't want to turn like this. You don't want to turn in. Keep your foot straight. And then when you step too, you really want to put the weight through this leg and step up into that leg, and then step back down. So step up and step back down. Again, 20 to 30 on each side. Okay, then we'll move that step out of the way and grab our band. And so you just want a little loop resistance band here. Place this band around your ankles. And you can also do this with no band. So if you're not ready for the band yet, you can do it with no band. You can also hold on. I have this chair we're going to use. So if your balance is not that great, you want to start holding on to this chair or a counter or whatever you need to. But then you want to progress to not holding on to that. So let me show you not holding on. What you're going to do first is a hip abduction. So you're standing on one leg and then bringing the other leg straight out to the side and then back down. Again, you can start without a band and then work up to using a band. If you need to hold on, just place your hand on the chair and go like this. You want to do 2 to 3 sets of 10 and then repeat on the other side, just like this. You can hold on to start with, but then the goal is to get to a point where you don't have to hold on. So 2 to 3 sets of 10 or 20 to 30 on each side. And then you're going to go into a hip extension. So for this one, keep the band there. Keep your knees straight and bring your legs straight back behind you, like this. And again, hold on if you need to start. And then try it on the other leg. And if you can do a couple without holding on, but maybe you can't do 10 or 20 or 30, then try to do a couple or as many as you can without holding on. And then you can pause and try that again. Because the goal is really to work on balance. So you don't want to be holding on the whole time because then you're not really working on your balance. But if you need to start that way, you definitely can. So just straight back here, keeping that knee straight. Try not to bend forward as you do it. You can put your hands on your hips if you need to. And then 20 to 30 on one side, and then the same thing on the other side. Just bring that leg straight back there. Okay, we're gonna do one more with a band. Now, place this band around your feet, and we're going to do a march. So from here, you're just gonna bring the knee up towards your chest and back down, and the other knee up towards your chest and back down. Just alternating back and forth here. And this is working on balance because you have to stay stable on one leg. Again, you can hold on if you need to, but the goal is to work to where you don't have to hold on. So just back and forth. You can do 20 or 30. You can also time it. You can see how long you can go like this without feeling like you're going to fall, or just 20 or 30 seconds, and maybe repeat that 1 to 2 times. Just back and forth here. So we're working on balance, but we're also working on hip strength. And the hips actually support the lower legs, so the stronger your hips are, usually the better your balance is. So they kind of work together. Okay, so I'm gonna take that band off and do one more exercise. And I'm gonna show you 2 different variations. So this is pretty simple. You just grab a chair, or you can do it on your couch. It's a sit to stand. And this is something I really like to use with people who have difficulty with balance, or maybe difficulty walking, because or difficulty getting in and out of a low chair or a car, because this teaches you how to sit down and stand back up. And you can start with a higher stool if you need to, just working on, it's kind of like a squat, just sitting down and standing up. And then you can slowly lower the height of the chair. And then you can even do like a stool lower than this if you want to work on that. The goal is also not to use your hands. You just want to use your legs. And so if your chair has arms, try not to use the arms. If you can't do it at first, you can lightly use the arms, but you want to work into not using your arms. So just, you want to sit down slow. You don't want to plop down, and then stand back up slowly. Sit down slowly and stand back up. And it may seem easy, but if 1 or 2 or 3 are easy, try doing 2 to 3 sets of 10, and it may get a little harder because you're doing a repetitive movement. You're not just getting in and out of a chair one time. And you're also doing it slow. The slower you do an exercise, the more your muscles have to work, and then you'll feel them more. So 20 or 30 of those. Then if you want to progress that exercise and make it really difficult and work on your balance more, you can do it on one leg. So stand on one leg, slowly lower, and stand back up. Lowering down is hard, especially if you go slow, but standing back up, I think, is a little bit harder. And so you can do that on both sides. You can start with however many you're comfortable doing. That may be 2, that may be 3, and you may have to work up to more. If you feel like the double leg is too easy, the single leg is too hard, you can actually stand on one leg and place the other heel in front of you. So it's just kind of a support. It's not really doing the work. And then just gradually sit down like that and stand back up. So then most of your weight is on this leg, but this leg is kind of supporting because you're not quite ready for this full single leg sit to stand. So all of those exercises are ones you can do daily. I wouldn't, you can do them every day if you want to. It may make you a little sore if you do them daily. So you can do them every other day, or you can pick maybe 1 or 2 or 3 to do every day. That works too. Then you're working on your balance a lot, because the more you work on your balance, the better it's going to get. And you should keep working on your balance forever. I mean, you don't have to do it daily forever, but I would work on your balance at least a couple times a week forever, because that will help prevent falls when you get older and keep you active and keep you functional and just keep you moving, which was what we all want. So try doing some of these, try working on your balance. Hopefully it improves and you just feel more confident in your balance.